Good afternoon, everyone. You're watching LNA Now with Barry and Jenny. I'm Jenny Nagel.
And I'm Barry Eichner, and we are so excited to have with us Renee Stefano from EF Tropics. How are you today, Renee?
Really well. Thank you, Barry.
It's great to have you.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah, I've been so excited watching the amazing growth that you guys have been experiencing over the past 5 or 6 months. It just seems like 2020 turned the calendar, and EF Tropics and all of your amazing product assortment is everywhere I see.
That's great. Yeah.
Renee, didn't you say June marks your 4-year anniversary?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Happy anniversary. I loved working with you when you first started. I was, those of you that don't know, I met Renee in January about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And I started helping her with social media and email and blog writing. And I think I helped you with some stuff on your website and things too.
Yeah.
So I remember all of that from the very beginning. And when I first worked with you, you only had one tiny little illuminating product, and it was called Illuminating White.
Yes.
But now you have a whole collection, and there's 4 or 5 products in there now.
5.
5, amazing. So can we just give a quick run through of what the name of all 5 products are, and then go back through and talk about each one of them, because they're so incredible. The amount of technology and science that went into them. I think that because you're such a small, tiny little company, people don't understand that the amount of research and development behind these is massive. It's absolutely massive. So you have Illuminating White,
Illuminating White, Illuminating Pink, Illuminating Eye, Illuminating Neck, and Illuminating Young. There are 5.
Okay, those are the 5. And are we allowed to talk about the potential of number 6, or is that still on the down?
No, actually, we've really just planned on doing 5 only. And we just launched our Illuminating Neck a month ago. We are in trials right now with adding an oxygen to 3 of our products that we happen to get our hands on. A new powder that's out that has the highest amount of oxygen that's ever been released. So we're thinking of doing that because some of our products they're powerful products. So it would cut any sensitivity. We're really excited about that.
Wow.
And then since we got the neck, I've used it on the top of my arms a couple of times where I tend to be a little wrinkly, and I'm like, ruh-roh, I can see a 5.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
A body tightener.
Wait till I tell you. Yeah, he's not going to be so happy.
He's like,
No.
Renee.
Renee, now you've been in the beauty industry for, did you say 50 years?
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to figure out because I'm only 26, and it has a lot to do with time travel. It's a lot like Outlander.
Oh, I get this. I get it. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm only 27. So
Got it.
I get it.
Okay, yeah. I've been in the industry 50 years, but of course it's through time travel. Of course, I'm here, there, everywhere. I don't even need stone. So it's hard to explain it.
I got it. Basically, you know your stuff and you have some street cred, but you're not willing to openly admit it.
Exactly.
I love that. Thank
you.
Thank you for acknowledging those kinds of thought processes, because
So much for my serious conversation.
I really love people to know that I've got a lot of experience packed into a few small years, because I'm only 27, but I've been doing this for 20 years. So there you go.
Got it. Absolutely.
So let's talk about this Illuminating White, because, well, actually, can we start at the beginning? I want to talk about the scientist, PhD level scientist who developed these products, because this is not something that was cooked up in some manufacturer's lab and then you slapped a label on it. Exactly. This is a PhD level cosmetic chemist who's doing this. So tell us about him.
So his name's Dr. Konas, Joel Konas. He's very famous in Europe. And he has been a pharmaceutical research scientist and a cosmetic research scientist for more than 30 years. And he's the real deal. He whenever something new comes out or something better comes out, it doesn't bother him to switch products, rebrand, change things. And I really love that. After being in the industry so many years, I see a lot of products that I saw like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. They have the exact same ingredients, the exact same packaging. Nothing has changed. And those aren't really the ones that interest me in the long run. I really like having a scientist who's paying attention.
So this is a PhD level scientist who's in a lab constantly looking for new innovative ingredients.
Yeah.
And what did he find that made Illuminating White so unique?
Well, he didn't actually find something. He wanted to develop something. He made a decision. He wanted to develop a product that would work in the same way as hydroquinone, the 4% pharmaceutical, that wouldn't be toxic, that would work in the same 5 ways, but would be safe for people to use. So he's very well known for using natural ingredients. We have other brands from him with all natural ingredients. And the Illuminating isn't an all natural brand, but our actives come from natural sources. They're non-toxic. They don't cause more pigmentation. There are no side effects from it.
And they can be used ongoing, right? Versus
absolutely,
hydroquinone.
yes. Yes.
So Jenni, you brought that up the last time. For anybody that doesn't know, Jenni, can you explain to them why hydroquinone needs a little bit of a break?
So, and Renee, you can probably back this up even more so, but you have to give your skin a break for it because of the toxicity of it. And what, in my experience with it, what I've seen is actually it can revert back to the condition it was in before you lightened it with the hydroquinone. So it's a tricky thing to play with. And that's why I think, Europe's banned it. And in the US, here we are. So I think so many brands are coming up with ways around this and extremely effective products that can be just as effective. And this sounds like his replacement.
And now,
so he spent 5 years on this one serum.
And the Illuminating White is a spot treatment. It's not to be used everywhere. It's only to be used on the spots that are darker.
Exactly. We've had great luck with melasma. And anytime there's hyperpigmentation, it's because the skin has been damaged in some way. The body, in trying to protect itself, develops a little manufacturing plant below the surface that creates a darker melanin to protect you. So then that travels to the surface and is deposited on the surface. You can peel it off the top. You can laser it off the top. You can do all kinds of things off the top, but it'll always come resurface. So that's what, when you said with hydroquinone, it would revert back. If you stop using the product, the little manufacturing plant starts up again. It may take 6 or 8 months, but it does come back. So the Illuminating White is a really great solution to prescribe to clients, because they can use it every day forever. And go in the sun, everything. I use it every day on my spots, and I'm in the sun every day.
Okay. And so you use Illuminating White, which, can you tell us what are some of the key actives in there that work to brighten the skin?
The hydroquinone has 9 resveratrols and resorcinols that are made from tree bark.
Wait, what is it? You said the hydroquinone?
No, the Illuminating White.
Illuminating White.
Illuminating White has 9
resveratrols and resorcinols that come from tree bark.
Okay.
So those are strong lightening actives. And in Europe, each one of those different 9s are allowed in a product at a certain percentage. So he has all 9 in here up to their limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so other products may not have all 9, and other products may not have them in the highest percentage allowed. So this is unique because you have these 9 and you have them in the highest percentages.
Yes.
Okay.
And Renee, is it the remainder of the formula that makes people not sensitive? Because I think that's a big thing too with using, I know we talked about retinols and hydroquinones. You can get sensitivities to them, but with this formula, you find people don't, and they can kind of dive right in and spot treat every day.
Yes.
That's huge.
We haven't had any reaction to the Illuminating White.
That's huge.
So,
And now this has another product that you can, it works in the same way, but on intimate areas. It's called the Illuminating Pink.
Yes, we do. So the Illuminating White is generally for the face area, the neck, the décolletage, or hands, something like that. And then we just launched this year, actually. So this was our 4th product in this collection to launch, and it's the Illuminating Pink. And this is designed for intimate areas. So basically the same resveratrols and resorcinols. The difference is it has other ingredients that actually penetrate that really thick skin.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I haven't had any sensitivities to it. I've had a couple people report a little tingling in some intimate areas, but not much. I mean, nothing to thwart someone from using it, that's for sure. And the results from this are seen as quickly as a week.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Same
So
with
same
Illuminating
with the white.
Okay.
The same with the white, yeah. The results are seen really quickly, really quickly.
So if you have someone who's waxing or sugaring like legs or a Brazilian or a full Brazilian, they're getting a full view of the intimate area. So if they see discoloration, they could easily recommend this as something to help smooth out the area and make it all one even tone.
Absolutely, and underarms too.
Underarms too.
Yeah, a lot
Why
of
would you
times
need it under your arms?
A lot of women have discoloration under their arms.
Is that from shaving?
Hair removal?
From all different things. There's some ethnic groups that have more discoloration than others.
Okay.
That tend to have it on the underarm, and also the nipples.
Okay.
If someone wants their nipples lighter, you can use it there. And then there's a strip of skin that goes from the belly button all the way down. That's called the happy trail, and sometimes that becomes discolored as well from pregnancy, and this can be used on there too.
And I heard you mention melasma. You would recommend the Illuminating White for the melasma, because that's a really tough condition to treat.
Oh my gosh, we've seen amazing results with this because they can continue to treat. We have test subjects that we've treated with this only, without taking it off the surface first.
Then he heard pregnancy and then came up with melasma.
I know, I'm like, let me think about everything that happened to me.
I know Jenny, and I know the way she thinks, so I'm just telling all the viewers that are watching this, they're like, we were just talking about pink, and how did she get to melasma? I'm like, Jenny heard pregnancy and went, I got melasma during my pregnancy, and she asked her about melasma, and then there we are. I'm just letting you know how it works. We work so well together that I can tell you how she's thinking.
Yeah.
So that's how we got from the happy trail to melasma, in case you were wondering.
It worked.
So, okay, so we have Illuminating Pink, we have Illuminating White.
Yes.
Then so what came next? What's next?
The next one that we released is the Illuminating Pink, or Illuminating Eye.
So this one, so this one is like, isn't this the 5-in-1? It does like 5 things for the eye. Like, amazing, right?
So the main thing, I think the one I always start with when I tell people about this product is this really clears up dark circles. Dark circles are caused by broken capillaries. It's not pigment. So if someone has delicate capillaries that are constantly broken, they will constantly have dark circles because you're looking at dried up blood around their eyes.
Okay. So how does this work on that?
It works on the capillaries. So remember I said, we have our doctor is a real scientist. I mean, he has found a way to strengthen the capillaries and allow them to remain stronger and heal up. All the blood dries up.
Do you have active ingredients that you talk about that are directly correlate to that activity in the product and how it works?
I don't, but I can find out what they are.
That would be really interesting. I would love to know that. And so you have it clears up the dark circles. How long does it take for those dark circles to clear up?
I have pictures at 4 and 5 weeks that are amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, by 5 weeks, 6 weeks, they're pretty much gone. It also tightens up the skin below the eye.
Okay.
Gets rid of crow's feet.
Okay.
It gets rid of the crepey skin on the eyelid, and it lifts the brow, which I know sounds like a lot.
All over your entire
360-degree treatment.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I know it sounds like a lot of things that it does. And when we first did our test subjects before this one launched, this was our second one to launch. When I saw the results, I couldn't even believe what I was looking at, honestly. And I know Dr. Konis for years. We're very close friends, and I know how brilliant he is, and I never doubt that something's going to work perfectly. But I was literally shocked when I saw the difference. And my girlfriend who had the dark circles, one of our test subjects is 27 or 26, and she used it for 5 weeks. Her dark circles were gone, and they're still gone.
Okay. And if people want before and afters on those, do you have those?
Yes, actually, I think we have them downloaded on our site, eftropics.com. We have a file share. And in the file share, we have marketing material for our spas. We've got all of our training information. And I believe that we have before and after pictures on there.
Amazing. So we've got our white, we've got our pink, we've got our eyes. And then I think the next one we have is Illuminating Young.
Illuminating Young is my favorite.
So why, so that one I know you told me when we worked together that one has specialized forms of hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
Tell everybody about why that's so effective and so important.
So essentially, you know, in every product, there are different amounts of hyaluronic acid. You'll read it, oh, it has hyaluronic acid. Oh, it has hyaluronic acid. The same thing with this, if we're talking about the lighteners, there are a lot of products that have a little bit of hydroquinone in them, a little here, a little there. But the pharmaceutical, of course, you have to have a prescription for. So any brands that are out that have a tiny amount of it. And it's the same thing with the hyaluronic acid that's in here. He took 4 different injectable grade hyaluronic acid and dried them into a powder. And then after they were into a powder, he sends them out to another company that chops them up, literally chops them up into these really minuscule bits. And they're packaged inside, packaged like cyclical, like circular in here with fatty acid in between the powder. So it's actually powder and fatty acid in here. So when you put it on your skin, the fatty acid shoves it into your skin, and the hyaluronic acid molecules have what's called sticky ends, and they find each other right under the surface, and they form full molecules. So you actually, it's like plumping your face from a bottle. I use this every day, twice a day. And I watch my little lines. Like I get these little lines, which I know is bizarre at 26. Like I've never quite gotten that. I think it's Where's Anya? You know what I mean? Like
I get it. It's amazing. It's so sad when I see the crow's feet at 27. Like I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to deal with? So okay, let me get this straight. You take hyaluronic acid and it's powdered, and then it's then pulverized into a microscopic particle, and then they layer it in with fatty acids, and fatty acids push it through the lipid barrier, get it underneath, and then the sticky ends bring it back together and plump up.
Exactly what happens.
Renee, so is this packaged in a way that it dispenses and activates, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So in here is powder. In our bottle is powder and a fatty acid.
Okay, so it literally dispenses in the way that it needs to before it goes on your face.
Oh yeah. Right now it's just powder and fatty acid in here, and it's circular in the thing. And you know how sometimes you get toothpaste that's like that?
Yeah.
Like the toothpaste, except with fatty acid and hyaluronic acid.
It was called Mentadent. Remember that? It was the blue and white.
Mentadent.
Remember that? You push it down, it's out on your thing, and you push it down, and the blue and the white came out?
Exactly.
The white was the brightener, and the blue was the yeah, I remember.
That's where we got the idea.
I love Mentadent. I use it every day. Okay, so that sounds amazing. So
it's amazing.
And can you use that with Illuminating Eye too?
So I do. I use this. First of all, I use this all over my face.
Okay.
Of course. And I use it on my décolletage too, this area.
Okay.
And after it dries, I put the Illuminating White on a couple of spots I have, and then Illuminating Eye. And then I wait till all that dries. Then I do my sunscreens and moisturizers, stuff like that.
So that's like your serum for the day.
It's not actually a serum though. They're creams.
Okay.
They go quickly into the skin, and as soon as they're dry, that's finished. They're in there. You can go on to the next thing.
And does that have any of those resveratrols or resorcinols in it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're getting
this also does a lot of smoothing of color, and if Dr. Konis was here, he could tell you all the things he does, but it would take a really long time. So I like to do that in a quicker manner.
And so resveratrol, when it comes to resveratrol and resorcinol, those are antioxidants, correct?
Yes, and lightening agents.
Okay. And do you understand the chemical way that they impact the skin? Like, do you have an explanation that you can explain that to our listeners?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
But if you want me to gather one, I can do that.
That would be a lot of fun. I would love that information, because that's like get understanding like how resveratrols and resorcinols impact the skin and why they're really effective at brightening and lightening. I think would be a really cool piece of information.
Okay. Yes, and then I can definitely find that out.
The following up one, I guess the final one we talked about was the neck.
We just launched the neck this year. Actually 2 months ago or 1 month ago, I got our first shipment. And this is a tightening agent for the neck. And it's really interesting. When we had our test subjects trialing it, I trialed it on my neck, of course, and my neck was kind of hangy and skinny.
Okay.
So it almost made my neck look fuller.
Okay.
And then we tested it on women who had larger necks or hanging necks, and it made them smaller.
Okay.
So it is a tightening agent.
And what are the active ingredients that tighten the skin?
Heck if I know. Boy, I wish I would have gotten that information before we started.
Okay.
You guys have to see these before and afters. I mean, it's like the saggy jowls, they just lift right up. And you saw results in, how many weeks did you say?
4 weeks.
Okay.
Those are on your Instagram page, I think, aren't they?
They are definitely on EF_Tropics in Instagram. Go through there and you'll see our before and afters. That's one of our trial subjects. We have 2 trial subjects on there.
Amazing.
And I really haven't found out from Dr. Konis exactly how it works to tighten, but I will find out.
Yeah, that's amazing. That would be great information, because if you get that, we can pop it into the blog article that we're going to put this video into, so people can read about it in the comments below in the blog article. Because I think being able to talk about the ingredients and what, is it a peptide that stimulates collagen? Is it a hexapeptide or a tripeptide, or is there something that is it a growth factor that's going in there and stimulating the fibroblasts to create more collagen? Like some sort of like really cool information. I'm a geek though. Like I like totally geek out over how the science of ingredients impacts the skin. It just makes my day. Like, and so I love writing about it and researching about it. It's so much fun.
Okay, well, I'll definitely get that information.
And
so
this
good.
line literally have something for your entire body.
It does.
You've got face, you've got spots, you've got intimate, like you're covered, literally.
And I mean, so we haven't even gotten into, you have the whole EPO-free line, which is that serum that's used during hair removal treatments that gets rid of hair. It's a permanent hair reduction.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and it comes from the same scientist. So I can never express enough how important it is that we have a real scientist who develops our product. And we launched last year the 4th generation EPO-free. It's gone through 4 different complete changes until now it's 100% natural, hyperallergenic. You can use it on everyone. We've never had a reaction. So.
And the thing that I love about EPO-free is it works on blonde and vellus and gray hair. You aren't getting any laser to do that.
Right.
It's like, that's amazing. That's number 1. Number 2, all skin tones.
Yes.
So laser you can't do on Fitzpatrick's 4, 5, and 6. Well, some lasers you can't. So, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of people who are Fitzpatrick's 4, 5, and 6 who, just because the laser says that it's gonna work, they're not trusting that. So this an all natural serum, absolutely. So that's an amazing we could do a whole video conversation on that. So maybe we'll come back and do that at another time. But these products sound absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
We're so excited to learn about them. You'll get me that information so I can put it in the article where we're embedding this, so everybody will be able to read that and dig in, because I got to tell you, the people who come to Lip Gloss and Aftershave are savvy, and they like to know the ingredients so that they can figure out how their products work. So we want to make sure we're giving them everything that they need. Jenni, how are you? Any more thoughts? Any more questions?
I want to point out one last thing, that I feel like this Illuminating collection can be incorporated into any treatment room, because you've got your hair removal specialists, you've got your estheticians that only focus on skin. there's something for everyone. So it's not exclusive.
This could sit in a doctor's office with all of those high-tech ingredients in there,
Yes.
with the neck and the white. This can be in laser centers. This can be in hair salons.
Dermatologists.
Dermatologists.
We sell to a lot of dermatologists, plastic surgeons.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Any other skincare line. So
Yeah.
I think
It's not a skincare line. So that's why we call it a companion line, because you can use it along with any skincare line.
exactly.
So these are powerful products.
And Renee, where did you get that? Where did you get the idea to call it a companion line?
From you, Barry, from my hero, Barry Eichner. From my best friend and hero, Barry Eichner.
Seriously, I had so much fun working with you.
Code.
I loved it. I loved it. No, it's true. Like, this isn't competing with anybody. This can sit next to literally any product line because they're mostly spot treatments, and it's just genius. I love it. Renee, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on. I love you guys.
We love you.
Especially because you laugh at all my jokes. I try not to be too joke-like.
No, like you deadpan though. That's the thing that gets me is like you act like you're saying it so perfectly natural. And I'm like, she's a killer.
Yeah. You youngins. All right, you youngins.
All right. So Jenni, anything else from you, my love?
That is it. Just thank you so much, Renee, for joining us today. It was amazing. Amazing.
Pleasure to be with you guys. I'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again real soon. Have a great day.
Bye.